My dear traders, like I said that this year it's all about results. This year I don't want to talk a lot. This year I want to prove. I don't have even much experience in the trading industry. All these strategies I've been showing you are ones that I've been learning online. If you can imagine, online. Everything I know has been made online. It's only been a year, but what we are doing, it's really encouraging, guys. It's really encouraging. So I'm going to show you something today that it's one of the easiest. Like I always say, that my strategies are very simple but very profitable at the same time. Like the mode of the home is that we are all about minimizing losses and maximizing profits. So what I'm going to do today is that we're just going to come up there on our indicators. We've got RSI and then we've got ATR. So right now what I want us to do, go to the main chart and let's go for the relative strength index. So for the relative strength index, I usually use period 1, but today I want us to use period 100. Apply to close, 1 pixel wide. And as for these levels, let's make sure this 90. My main ones today should be 90, should be 10. I'm very much interested in those. 80, 20, 50, and then make it 4 pixel black. So make sure that you use this plus sign over here to those who are not used to adding over there. So if you click that plus sign, you're going to get another description over. Nextly, we're going to click save, and then let's go to indicator window 1. On indicator window 1, let's find the true average true range. So for the ATR, I want us to enter period 14, make it 4 pixel, any color you want, and then make sure all the time frames are there because we're going to need that. And let's click save. So now that is how we are able to get these indicators over here. Now the ATR works very simply, but what I want us to bear in mind, like I always tell you, that these indicators can give you false signals. So if you look at this one here, do you see that it looks like it has come up here? But that's just a lie, because when you move the chart sideways, it's going to actually give you the real picture of what is happening. So I want us to always move the chart sideways before we can start doing anything. So when you move the chart sideways, you can now see that it just came down now, just came down there. So that was a false alarm. So that was a false alarm. Unless we move this one, you see this one is not repainting, so it's not moving from the 90 line level, because the key of this strategy, like I always tell you, is that on the 90 line level, that is where our key aspect is on these strategies. Because once the trend hits the 90 line level, so it means it's this point up here. And mind you, this is the 15-minute time frame, and most of the time, if we're on the lower time frames, it's all about what? It's all about scalping. So if we're on the lower time frames, it's all about scalping. And as much as I'm going to show you even on the bigger time frames on what I'm talking about, like I usually tell you, that the strategies, you can just play around with them on the higher time frames and the lower time frames. But this time around, I started with the lower time frame because I want us to do some simple scalping here. So once it is the 90 line level, what you are going to wait for is coming to the 80 line level. This is the ATR, remember, and it means that is just somewhere over here. Now once you see that, I'm just zooming in so that you can get a good picture. So our second confirmation will be this. I want you to look for consecutive bearish candles or a bearish engulfing candle, either way. So once you get a bearish engulfing candle, after it has hit the 80 line level, so the first thing we look for is price hitting the 80 line level. Once it hits the 80 line level, what we are going to do next is to look for a bearish engulfing candle or consecutive bearish candles from the chart, and that way you will know that you are about to make some profits. So once you make those profits, remember our key point is increasing the lot size when we are talking about scalping. So you just increase the lot size and you are good to go. Let me just make another example. This is USD CAD, remember. So this is USD CAD, as I said, and now here is ATR hitting the 10 line level. This is ATR hitting the 20 line level. Now if we have seen that, what we are going to do is to come up here. What we want here is a bullish engulfing candle or bullish consecutive candles. Once we get that, we are good to go. So it's more like we just wait for the confirmation so that you can go in there boldly. We want to minimize losses and maximize profits. So now let's look for a bullish engulfing candle. So I think a straight one that would be good and clear, it's this one. And if you still want bullish consecutive candles, it's still available over here. So once we see that, I am going to be able to enter my trade at somewhere around here, and I'm going to be scalping for my profits just like that. As you can see that we had a bullish movement of price over there. So guys, this strategy is also very simple. It's basic actually, and maybe for the long term, let's go to the daily time frame. Now this is the long term. So when we are talking about long term now, it means we have got to make sure that our lot size is smaller. We want to minimize the risk, and at the same time we want to be sure anytime we are to enter a trade. So this is the daily time frame now, and here's price hitting the 10 line level, which is on this day over here. And as I said, let's go now, we zoom in and we wait for what? Wait for a bullish engulfing candle or consecutive bullish candles. So what do we have over here now at this point? If you take a look at this, so that is a bullish engulfing candle, and we also have consecutive bullish candles at this point. So if we've got that, it means now we are confirmed for the next days price is going to be going up. So we are just going to wait. So this is how we are going to be making money those days, and we are just going to wait for price to come and hit what? The 90 line level, which is just at a certain point over here. So once price hits the 90 line level, that is where we shut everything down. But I always advise people that let's at least use the 80 line level. Why are we using the 80 line level? It's because of this. If you go up there checking on the 80 line level, you will now realize, so this is what you're going to realize, is that price began to range after it had passed the 80 line level. So it would have been better if we shut our operations down at the 80 line level than on the 90. So it's always better to use the 80 line level to close the trades, because we want to make sure that we're not going to be wasting our money those days for nothing, because if price is ranging, we're not going to be making much profits anyways. So make sure that on the 80 line level, that is where we can shut things down. Otherwise, this is very simple, guys. This is very simple. That is how we are able to get to these trades, and I'm sure you guys, some have been giving me testimonies about how they are using this strategy and how it's working for them. Guys, let's make this thing work, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. So I'll be seeing you guys on the next videos on giving you more content and how everything is going to go down. So I'll see you very soon.